Go.
And welcome back to the Always Be Building Show, sponsored by Dynasty Football Factory Network. I'm Stephen Chalmers, joined as always by my partner on the right side of the screen, Mr. Ryan Odell. Deli, say what's up to the people.
So everybody, welcome back to the show. You're already seeing the title. We're rolling through these rookie profiles left and right tonight. We're getting into the running backs. This is our running back 2. We got a little bit of bias here, but we're starting off with Nicholas Singleton. But I'm excited. I think this guy has a chance. I mean, every player has flaws. We'll get into those too. But I think he has a chance to be a 3-down guy in the league and someone to be excited for in the 2026 class for sure.
Yeah, before we get started, bring in our guest, most famous man over at DFF, Jim. Jim, say what's up to the people. Tell them what you do, where we can find your content.
What's going on, everyone? I am the main editor for DFF. I do some writing too, mostly behind the scenes stuff, but decided to hop in and join Chalmers and Deli here with the video. You can find all my stuff there. The tag Jim_DFF at Twitter, and looking forward to getting into some Nick Singleton tonight.
Yeah. Nick Singleton, as Ryan likes to say, I am the running back guy. This one holds a little near dear place in my heart. I've watched every single snap in the NCAA at Penn State for Mr. Nick Singleton. And I tell these guys, this is one of those head scratchers that I do as a profile, because this guy should be the running back one of every class he comes into. Just from an athletic standpoint, he blows the rest of the field out the water. But when it comes to the overall efficiency and the production that we've seen on tape, it hasn't been there. So Before we get started, let's just say these things. Dynasty Football Factory Network, guys, we are in full swing. We are in content season. It is time. We are a week away from the NFL season, guys. I cannot wait. We are a week away. But as always, like to promote everything we have over there, Dynasty Football Factory Network. As we said, some of the best content you will always find. We say that, and we like to reiterate the fact that the monthly subscriptions are very affordable. $4.99 a month, $19.99 yearly. You get access to our Discord. Come talk football with us. We always say we're just grown men who are talking fantasy football. Dynasty, we run the Dynasty content over there. We do the YouTube stuff as well, me and Ryan. You have Best Ball, you have Devi, you have C2C. You have everything under the sun that you would need access to win your leagues, to dominate your leagues. Come join us. It's a family over here, and we love producing content.
Yes, sir.
Pumping that stuff out every week, man.
Pumping it out. I want to say we've already doubled our content for the month of August, if not triple.
Oh man, we're crushing it.
Yeah, we're
crushing it.
This is a good month.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Frank, man. He's pumping the content. It's good content too. It's good.
Frank's killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, I know you're watching tonight too. So anyway, Nick Singleton, let's get into it. Hometown Pennsylvania kid. See, I told you he was watching. Hometown Pennsylvania kid, stayed local, Penn State. We are, Penn State holds a near and dear place in my heart. I'm a diehard Penn State fan, so this one's a little hard. Comes in at 6'1", 225, anywhere from a projected 4.35 to 4.39 40. It is his athletic profile is going to blow everybody out the water. This dude is a Saquon Barkley type back when it comes to the athletic standpoint and what he looks like on the field. He's an absolute fucking monster. This dude, there's a video of him in college squatting 680 pounds. Same as Saquon, it's what they called him. They called him trunks for legs. It's just what he is. But it's the production point. So let's get into it. I always like to give a little background here. 1,000 yards rushing, 6.8 yards per carry, 12 touchdowns on the ground his freshman year. Ryan and I, this is when you and I were talking about him as the Devi running back one with Quinshawn Jukins. True freshman breakouts for the two running backs. One's in the league. One's not in the league. He got drafted to the league. Just didn't sign a contract yet. Now we have Singleton coming back for a senior season. So we talk about the sophomore year. We talk about a huge drop off from 6.8 to 4.4 yards per carry. One of the biggest letdowns we've seen in his sophomore season. Katron Allen really shined his sophomore year. And we saw the efficiency drop. We saw the overall rushing yards drop. We saw the trips to the end zone drop. Everything that we didn't want to see happen in year 2. But year 3, we come back for a monster junior year. We're back in the 6 yards per carry mark. We're back over double-digit touchdowns, and we're back at the 1,000-yard mark. And this all comes with splitting a backfield his sophomore and junior year with Nick Singleton.
Pretty impressive.
Now, in saying this, I do not believe that Nick Singleton is going to be a guy who's going to, take a charge at the FBS for the rushing title. But from what we've seen Quinshon Jukins share a backfield with Travion Henderson in the past. We've seen these types of things at colleges. And overall, what we're looking for is the efficiency numbers. That's what we need to get into. We need to break down analytically what we see from Nick Singleton. So I'll let you guys start.
Yep. So, sorry, I'm just jump in.
You're good, man. Go for it.
First comes first when it comes to his game. I think the most important thing we're looking at as far as like a prospect goes is his patience behind the line of scrimmage. Really able to kind of sit behind the line for just another half second to find that extra time to get into that hole, make that cut and go. I think that's a big thing in college, especially. You see these prospects coming in and they have a design hole, right? They have a hole they're supposed to hit and they go. And there's no hole there. I think Nick Singleton is like an exception to that because there's plenty of tape you can see where the gap that's supposed to open doesn't, and he's able to make that jump cut back to the other side, jump a tackler too, and just go. I mean, his top speed's insane, so you get him in open space, it's kind of over. But he's really good at that first and second level of finding that open space, and I think the vision's there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's definitely got good vision behind the line. He's obviously explosive. The dude's strong. He's surprisingly not he's not tremendous after contact, or at least he hasn't been the past 2 years. His freshman year, he was incredible. He had 4.5 yards after contact per attempt, which is insane. 2023 dropped down below 3. And then this past season, he was at 3.5, which is, it's fine if you're talking about an elite potential, dynasty game changer. Probably want a little bit more than that. And then, in terms of elusivity, he's not the most elusive back from what I've seen. He's kind of stiff in the hips, right? He doesn't have a whole lot of lateral agility. I got his missed tackles forced per attempt. Freshman year, 21% or 0.21. Sophomore year was 0.13, and then this past season was 0.19. Just for perspective, for people who don't follow analytics like that, those aren't great numbers. So, if you're looking at someone like Ashton Genty last year, he was above 30% juke rate, 30% missed tackles forced per rush. So, it's not great there, but that's not his game. He's kind of more of a downhill power runner. So,
yeah, when I watch Nick Singleton, one of the best things we can't. It's understated just how good of an athlete he is. Right, that is his game. We talked about it. Very stiff, lateral agility just isn't there. When you have to put him in tight spaces, he doesn't seem to come out on top in those scenarios. But if you have a little bit of a daylight, he's a guy who can take any touch to the house. I mean, you're talking about like athletically where he stands on the field. He's probably the best athlete in any college game he plays in, right? And we talk about some of these college athletes where they're not getting drafted. These guys are lawyers, doctors, dentists, whatever it may be. When you go to the NFL game, how does that translate? When you're playing the best of the best at every single position, every single week on Sundays, can you strictly win with just pure speed and strength? Because in college, if he's going to get to the sideline, he's going to win every time. If you're asking him to go one-on-one with the DB in college, he's going to win every single time. But the ability to make people miss is not there. He's not that guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, I These videos tend to save the negatives for the last, but while we're into it now, I mean, for sure, once he gets, I reference the first and second level is great, but once he gets into that open space, 100% relies on his speed and strength too much. Doesn't really have a true move to go to. He's just trying to run past guys. He's not making any crazy moves or anything like that, which is definitely a glaring concern. But behind the line of scrimmage, I like what he does there.
Yeah, I do too.
No prospect is perfect. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I mean, we definitely love to see that, and it's hard for him to make those adjustments because I mean, I don't think he's had over 170 carries in a season yet, so he's going to have to do a lot of this like at practice, trying to figure out how to make these things happen. Because he's got to figure out a move in the open field, otherwise, I think he's going to get killed at the next level. I mean, speed and strength can only get you so far in the league.
Yeah, I will say there are a lot of positives that I see in his game, though. We were talking about this before the show. He was fourth in the Big Ten in runs of 15 yards or more. He had 18 last year. It's a number we love to see. We love to see the big playability. And overall, every year, his reception total has went up. We went from 11 to 26 to 41 last year. That's something that we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not saying this dude's a Christian McCaffrey type receiving prospect, but you take a look at those things. There's upticks right there. And another positive, while his technique may need to get cleaned up a little bit, he's a very willing pass blocker. I mean, he puts his nose down. He puts his helmet into somebody's chest. He's not afraid to go out and do dirty work. I do love seeing that from a player who wants to be a 3-down player. He has the ability to do that. Like I said, some technique flaws, but he needs to clean that up. But overall, the willingness is there, and that's what we want to see.
Yeah. And he had past 2 seasons, he had over 1.5 yards per route run. So I mean, he is a really efficient pass catcher. I don't think that was his game so much his true freshman season, but he's really developed there. He's kind of I think he has 10 career drops, so he needs to kind of work on, his hands. But he's been used a lot in the passing game. And I mean, I think he's going to translate, PPR formats. That's a good thing. We want to hear that. So 1.5, that's probably, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but that's probably better than Matthew Golden and Isaiah Bond last year. So
actually, it was better than Isaiah Bond. Matthew Golden 1.9.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Shout out to Isaiah Bond for a quick
shout
out
to Isaiah Bond.
Yeah.
So like we always like to say here, there's no perfect prospect. Obviously, we've talked about Nick Singleton here, and it's a big head scratcher for me. So I got some negatives here. Biggest thing that I saw, and it was cleaned up mostly his junior year, but his sophomore year, he just relied on pure athleticism and strength, right? I just felt like you guys talked about his vision, and I felt like in his sophomore year, I saw some of his worst vision from an analytical standpoint I've ever seen in a player this good. I noticed the blocking. He didn't allow it to develop. He was hit at the line of scrimmage or was hit behind the line of scrimmage. I want to say it was like 27% of his carries. It was a huge number. And it was a big red flag for me in his profile. If he starts to panic in the NFL and these things happen, that is a way to lose your job very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the size to be a 3-down back, right? I mean, he's 6 foot 225. Although he's never really had a true 3-down role before. He's never 3 seasons now. He's never had 200 rush attempts in a season. That's because of Katron Allen. So it's still kind of a question mark is what workload could this guy truly handle? But there's no doubt he's got the size and strength to handle it. He's a good pass catcher, so you can trust him on 3rd downs. I think he's got some work to do in terms of like pass protection. PFF graded him outside the top 100 running backs this past season in pass protection grade for running backs that had 50 or more pass protection attempts. But I mean, you could take that with a grain of salt if you want. It's a PFF grade, it's subjective, right? So it's hard to tell, but it is worth noting at least. So,
Ryan, you got any more negatives you want to talk about?
Yeah, we knocked out a good amount of them pretty early on. My biggest one is 100% the struggles in open space. And you referenced his sophomore year. I'm kind of like, I don't want to say I out that as a prospect, but I try to tend to ignore it a little bit because it's a true outlier season. His freshman and junior year, he's back to what he's supposed to be. But I mean, a lot of his problems live in that sophomore year, where you see his struggles with, like you said, reference to the division and making decisions at the line of scrimmage kind of killed him. I watched a good amount of tape last year on him, so I thought he was going to come out. I always knocked that 4.4 yards per carry on, okay, they stacked the box on Allen and Nick Singleton, but it truly was his lack of vision. And I think K-Tron really earned his role in that sophomore season, and that's why we have this true split backfield between the two of
them. Yeah. One more thing I have to say. I do got to give credit when credit is due. 41 touchdowns in 3 seasons. I mean, my boy's got a nose for the end zone. He just knows how to score. I gotta throw that out there. You know what I mean? He does deserve that. Yeah. So also too, his willingness to go return kicks or punts like that can't go unnoticed. He's a big thing in what we do in the return game. Yeah. So I just want to throw that out there as well. You know, he's willing to do anything and everything on the field for his team to get a W. So that just speaks to me from another standpoint as well.
So is he your guys? He's your Devy running back 2 behind Love?
Yeah. See, I'm gonna intermingle mix right here. I do believe he is the running back 2, but I also am not willing to write off Mekhi Hughes.
Okay. I like Mekhi. I'm going to give a spicy take. He's my Devy running back 3, and you guys can take a guess. I'll let you guys each take a guess on who my running back 2 is.
CJ Baxter.
CJ Baxter? Come on, man. He's like 245 pounds right now.
CJ Baxter, man.
No.
I hope he pans out, man.
I like CJ Baxter, but no.
I have him in 2 Devy leagues. I own him in both, so I'm pulling for him to get back to where he's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's Darius Taylor. I have him 1 spot ahead. So
Darius Taylor. I know
Evan's gonna hate to hear that. He doesn't like Darius Taylor, but
I do like Darius Taylor. That's like an intermingled like mix right there, and we're gonna talk about these guys all throughout these prospect profiles. But like, if CJ Baxter could get back to what we saw his freshman year, I mean, dude, CJ Baxter was talked about as a Devy running back 1. You know, I mean, we know the talent's there. That knee injury was brutal, but we've seen plenty of guys. We've seen plenty of guys bounce back from knee injuries in college and just shine in the NFL. It is possible
with outside of Jonathan Brooks. There was someone else there too that is in the NFL that he was getting work alongside them as a true freshman. I can't think of who it was now, but anyways, yeah, he was crushing it as a true freshman.
Yeah, it was a monster. So, like I said, there's a lot of guys here in this class in this like intermingled web. Like here, like I'm not willing to put Justice Haynes there. You know, what I mean, there's a couple other guys. Like I don't want to put Trey Wisner there. Like, but between Mekhi Hughes, Darius Taylor, CJ Baxter, and Nick Singleton, it's an intermingled web right now. But for me, Singleton is number 2.
Well, because it's going to get tight. I think this 2026 class might end up better than what we are making it out to be right now. I think that's always the case. But, I mean, like we said last year, I think before, 2 years ago, our running backs rankings was Jukins, Travion, Hampton, and then Gene T. And then Gene T made that huge jump. So it's always subject to change. But for right now, Nick
Wrong. Hampton won always and has always been one. For me, wow.
I got a question for you, Deli. Me and Chalmers were talking about this before the show. If Singleton had come out this year, where would you have him running back wise in this class?
Oh God, he's behind the.
We had him behind. Well, I had him behind Genty, Hampton. Henderson. I said I said after Judkins and then in the RJ Harvey and Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I'm struggling with. I'm trying to figure out if I'm putting myself in the mindset of whether after landing spell with the Broncos, whether I would take him over Harvey.
Yeah, I think I would just because he's 2 years younger, right?
Listen, I'm a big fan of so I think he'd be my RB5. I'm a big fan of Sean Payton running backs. I think Dobbins is not much of a factor. I'd probably be dropping him behind Harvey if I'm really breaking it down.
Yeah, I guess it depends on.
Yeah, the Cowboys fan came in. It was Jaden Blue.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yep, Jaden Blue.
Yeah, I said I would have him. I said I would have him at running back 4. I'm like right in that
4.
mix with him and Jukins. Yeah, because Jukins never gave us like that ability to like the missed tackle rate and things like that. Like there was red flags in Jukins' profile as well. So at that point, I do believe that the 1, 2, and 3 are set between Gene T. Hampton and Travion Henderson, and then I would have Singleton. Well,
I mean, yeah, you can make an argument and have him above Quinshon, I think. I mean,
I do like RJ Harvey a lot. I was a big fan of RJ Harvey. And lastly, I always like to do comps. This is my comp for him. When I watch Nick Singleton play, I see a lot of shades of David Johnson. Shout out the Arizona Cardinals.
That's a good one.
Insane comparison.
Tell me how that's an insane comparison, please.
I think that's pretty much like a median outcome, right? I mean,
right.
He had a couple elite seasons, but it's not like he was.
No, he wasn't. No.
Yeah, but when he was on, man, he was elite.
When he was on, he was on.
Right, but he was never supposed to be a starting running back. I mean,
that's true.
Never.
That's true.
I mean, he was a 4th-round running back. He just panned out to be something great for the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, plus it was never an efficiency standpoint for him. It was pure volume. I want to say that year he was RB1. He had over 350 touches. And he was a very good receiver as well. So let's bring us some tape.
My NFL comp was, and this is, I don't mean this to be a slide because this guy just got nuked in the Dynasty rankings, but Brian Robinson with receiving upside. Yep. So he's way more athletic than Brian Robinson, but they're the same type of rusher when I see him on the field. Very, one speed guy, very downhill. They're fine with initiating contact, grind out the yardage type player. He's not super elusive, but he'll find a way to get the yardage. So
let's do it. Let's watch some tape. The Boise State game. Speaking of Ashton Jeanty, this was the best play in the game by far. So I'm just gonna let this man speak for himself and let him work. Yeah, he's gone.
All right, he's got a little.
There's nobody stopping him.
No,
we're going lateral agility. Maybe I'm not giving him enough credit. He's got some lateral agility there,
Yeah, we're going 50 to the house.
Yeah.
See, the thing about him is like his ability to make, if he does make one miss and then he gets a little shade of daylight, he's taking it to the house. He's housing it.
Yeah. I mean, he's like you said, he's gonna probably be sub 4.4. He's gonna crush the RAS score. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. His RAS score might be a 10. Like he might 10 out.
Yeah, it'll be a Quinshon score. Whatever Quinshon got, that's what Singleton's gonna get.
Hampton finished at 9. Hampton finished at 9.5, and Jukins was a 9.42.
Okay.
Yeah, Hampton tested better than I thought he would. He tested off the chart.
That's surprising. I didn't know he was better.
And let's watch it. This is West Virginia. He's going to house this too. I mean, it's just he houses this.
Yeah, he's got some long speed.
Yeah, it's elite speed.
Yeah, I think he said his max speed last year was like 23.6 miles per hour.
That's 23 miles an hour, bro.
23 is nuts.
You do not want to be a safety or cornerback in the open field when this guy's in the 3rd level and you're just standing there like
no. But that's what I'm saying. Like, can he just use his speed strictly, to win at the next level? I don't know.
Yeah, no, athleticism is not his problem. It's 100% him trying to figure out a move to get the job done because right now he doesn't exactly have one.
Now this right here, we didn't talk about it, but I do want to talk about just his elite contact balance, the ability to shed tacklers. This run from Maryland was really impressive.
4th and 1, by the way.
Man, yep.
I mean, there's 4 guys on him at the line of scrimmage, and then he sheds off this, I guess, a hybrid DB safety player here, and it was over.
He's got some lower body strength for sure.
Yeah,
he just keeps those legs moving.
Last thing we're going to show, a nice little catch in the end zone. show some receiving upside. You know what I mean? Let my boy
Fowler looking end zone open. Oh, one-handed grab. Singleton can do no wrong.
Looking like a wide receiver there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was impressive.
Nice.
I want to see the hash. I want to see the hash.
It's a little rough.
If he does the hash view.
Warren is the outside receiver, number 44. He's going to come in here and just kind of get in the way.
Oh, that's nice. You love seeing,
Tyler
it's
Warren.
one thing if they just, you get all your receptions from dump offs, but when you get receptions like that, I mean, that's pretty good.
Brees Hall.
Yeah, three of his 5 receiving touchdowns came within the 10-yard line. I want to say so.
Yes, they did.
They were looking for him pretty often. They weren't afraid to go to him in the red zone.
I like
Frank says Brees Hall. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, dude, you're not going to find a bigger Brees fan when he came out of college, man. I'm telling you. I watched every single Iowa State snap. Brees Hall was that guy.
I don't know if it's that good, but yeah, man, that's a good ceiling, Colin.
Yeah.
Hall was that guy.
Yeah, he was. He still is, man. He still is. He just needs the opportunity. He just needs the right situation.
Dude, if Nick Singleton becomes
Singleton
Brees Hall, you have no idea how excited I will be.
You got a lot of Debbie shares?
I do.
I don't have any.
I'm a Nick Singleton guy.
Yeah.
I have 0 as well, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
That's
I need to get me one. I need to get me at least one. But.
In that new league I didn't get a chance to make my first round pick. So I had to switch Brian Wesco out. I showed you guys that. Made me sick. Yeah. I had a chance to get Arch Manning. Never have owned Arch Manning. It's fucked. It's so fucked.
Oh, man.
As long as he doesn't go to the Jets. Yeah. Yeah, landing spots are a little early to determine. But I'll tell you what, I think he would work well in just a zone scheme read and not a traditional. I really would love to see him in a Minnesota Vikings jersey.
That would be awesome.
Because I can tell you a Kyle Shanahan offense and like, hey man, let's go to the 49ers. But let's be realistic here, right? Yeah. I think the Vikings, a team that I so desperately desired to draft a running back this season, they didn't. And I just believe that a Minnesota fit with Nick Singleton would go nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they'll need one next year. I don't know what like Jordan Mason's contract, or I'm sure him and Aaron Jones are pretty much done after this year. So.
Mason's on a 1-year tender.
Mason's on a 1. I think Jones
is on year 1 of 2, but he has an out after this year.
Jones got about 3 games left in his career, so
Oh man, yeah. The Vikings they speak to me as a team that could use the services of a Nick Singleton. I mean, there's other teams that fit the mold, but that would be my number 1 top premier landing spot. Obviously Dallas, let's talk about Dallas, who has been in desperate need of a running back since Zeke left.
I mean,
what's Doom situation, like the Texans?
Dude, I think the Texans. I think the Texans
a good spot. I mean, they don't have an O-line right now, but
they don't have an O-line. I mean, that's my only thing is
they don't have any running backs. I mean, Joe Mixon's hurt, and who do they have after that?
They got a torn knee of Nick Chubb, Woody Barks. I mean, they need a running back, but it's just I don't want to plug a running back into that offense when they have absolutely nothing in the offensive line. It'd be tough to throw him in there and be like, okay, go be productive. And there's
There's a lot of dead spots, right? There's a lot of dead spots. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're going to use the draft capital on a Nick Singleton in like the 2nd or 3rd and you not use him in some sort of way. But I will say this. I don't believe any running back goes in the 1st round this year.
Yeah, I don't think so. If anyone does, I think Love.
I can see Love
sneak in.
Yeah. I'm just like Kansas City too. The only running back who's on a contract in 2026 is Brashard Smith.
Oh wow,
it's another great landing spot that people don't talk about.
Huh? Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah, I guess it's Pacheco's 4th year, right?
Yep.
Who knows how he's going to look post surgery?
And the ghost of Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as always, that's going to wrap up our Nick Singleton video. Ryan, it is your it's your choice to turn. It's your turn to choose next. Shoo.
I think we've been avoiding them. We knocked out 2. Well, you're biased, and then probably one of my favorite artists here, prospects. Let's just go to the 101 that people are all talking about, Lenora Sellers. We'll have fun with that one.
Oh man, I may have to hop on the next video. Shoot, that's my guy.
Lenore Sellers. I do like Lenore, by the way. Also, one of my favorites to win the Heisman as well. A lot of people weren't talking about him. I've seen Jeremiah Smith with some Heisman votes, but if Ryan's going to do Lenoris, I'm going to follow him up with my QB1. I'm going to follow him up with Garrett Nussmeier.
Garrett.
All right.
I like the Nussmeister.
Do like Garrett.
Yeah.
Flings that motherfucker. So, as always, we have 200 people in here watching tonight, fellas. It is just it's a blessing to come on here and do this every single week. 200 people is, hopefully they really enjoyed the content. If they did, like, comment, most importantly, subscribe. We crossed the 500 subscriber plateau. We're going to keep pushing for 6. Ryan, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, per usual, if you guys hopped in the middle of this and you're still watching, YouTube video is probably going to be up tomorrow, if not for sure the next day. Keep an eye out for that. It's Dynasty Football Factory on YouTube. Like Steven said, we're grinding for the subscribers, trying to get that number up. We just hit 5, which is a phenomenal milestone, but we're never settling here.
Never.
But yeah, thanks for the support, guys. I appreciate
Absolutely. So that's going to end our show for tonight. And on that note, we'll see you next week, and we are out.